Hey guys, and welcome to week 4, session 1 of my Bringing Up the Bench Press series. Now, today I actually did things differently where I actually did dumbbell flies, before actually getting into my actual bench press. So, what I did was I took a couple 40-pound dumbbells and did 4 sets of 12 reps. Again, just trying to make sure I concentrate on the contraction and making sure that my arms got extra wide, so it got a good stretch on the actual chest muscle before actually getting into the benching. So today's benching usually starts the same way. If you guys have noticed, I start off with 120 pounds. Again, when I'm using lighter weight, I'm still using the same approach as if it was a heavier weight, where I'm actually trying to make sure that I'm shooting off the chest as if it was, again, as heavy as possible. So I did the 120 for 8 reps, then bumped it up to what you see guys here now is 145 for 6 reps. Again, concentrating, even though that for some, or even myself currently, 145 is not that heavy. You're making sure that you have it in your head as if it was something heavy, so you're making sure that you push off your chest with as much force and strength as possible. And after the 145 for 6, I went up to 170 that you guys are seeing here now for another 5 reps. Again, making sure that I concentrate on the whole complete full range of motion. And as you guys could see here, the weight is moving still definitely well, and went up to about 200 now here. For it required me to go for another 4 reps, and I just made sure that again, same concentration, make sure that the movement's moving the way it should be. And then I went up to 225 pounds. Now today it wanted me to go for 225 for 3 reps and do 2 sets of the 3 reps. Now for some, 225 is not that heavy at all, but again, benching is not my favorite thing in the world. So again, my bench is not the best. So 225 for 3 reps, 2 sets. After doing, actually, I realized that afterwards, noticing that for the 200 pounds for 4 that I was supposed to do, I actually only did 3. So I actually went back and did the 4 reps that I was supposed to get for the 200 pounds. So after that, I went into doing actually weighted dips. Now I did it 2 ways. I did it the chest version that you guys are seeing me do here, and I had 25 pounds on my chain, and did 8 reps on this side, and then I threw on a 35 plate and did a tricep version of it here, and I did another 8 reps, and I did this for 2 sets. I did it almost like a superset, doing both versions of the dips. And then I finished off this whole session by doing the ISO horizontal version of the bench press, and I just went into just putting the 1 plate on it and repped out 8 reps. Then I threw on 2 plates, again just trying to see how many reps I could just go with, and I did 8 reps with the 2 plates. And then I went on to throwing 3 plates, which if it was a regular bench would be 315, what I'm actually aiming for. And I kind of wish sometimes that this is what the actual bench was, but put on 3 plates and I managed to get 5 reps out of it. And that's how my first session went for this week. Alright guys, now session 2 of week 4 going on started just like session 1 did, where I started off with 120 pounds for the 8 reps. Again, making sure that my form is correct. You always got to make sure your form is on point, especially for the bench press, because again, a break of form equals a break of neck amongst other injuries that could possibly happen just by not doing your things properly, just like any exercise, to be honest. After that, I went into doing 145 pounds for 6 reps. Again, this is pretty much the same thing that you usually will see for this series and for just the way my bench press warms up, or the way this program warms me up here. And then it brings me into 170 pounds for 5 reps. Again, making sure that my form is correct. I personally don't use too much leg drive, so I don't really check my form on my legs. My legs usually have a little pick up to it or skip to it. Something I really should work on personally as well. But after I did the 170 for 5, I went into doing 200 for 4 reps. Again, making sure that the form is on point. Again, after you start going into, for me, after going to the 200s, I got to make sure my form is always on lock. And then I went up to 225, required me to do 2 reps with 225, which is decent. And then I went up to about 240 here. Again, it's only required me to do the two reps, which again is just fine with me, as long as I'm sure, like anybody else, it gets me where I need to get to in this program. I went into, after doing the 240 for 2, when it required me to do 250 for 2. Again, making sure that my form is correct, and as you can see here, even though there's a little bit of a grind in that second one here, I still managed to get a 250 for 2. And then to finish off, it wanted me to do as many reps as possible with 200, and what I managed to be able to get was 10. Now 10, again, for anybody else that loves their bench, that's good for them, but for me, 10 at 200 pounds is an actual PR and an accomplishment. So just managing to pull that off, I was actually pretty happy to manage to get that. After I did that, I went into doing the seated easy bar extensions, and what I did is I just grabbed a decent weight, which is 60 pounds for today, and did as many reps as possible for 3 sets. So the first set I managed to get 20 reps, the second set I managed to get 17 reps, and then the last set I managed to get 15 reps. And that's pretty much how this benching week went for me this week, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I'll see you guys next week.